Okay, Coach, autumn has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Come on. Say.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Hey. 4 yards on the pickup. Second down 6 at the 28-yard line. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Come on, baby. Yeah. What you got? Mike, 50. Check 55, Mike.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he completes it to Hunt. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Chris Jones on the stop. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 10.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line. Crunch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on. When you
got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Ito Smith. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Trubisky going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
They can't hang with us. Shoot! Watch the shoot! That's it. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, D. Zoom. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, man.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Right. He's done right safety creep. Watch the edge.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Work. Let's get off the field. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm on.
Trubisky will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Push him back. Check. Motion out of the backfield. 50's the mark.
On the draw, this is Smith. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check it. Watch 54. Blue down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got a 1st down past the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
To throw is Jackson. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
1st and 10 at the 48.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive 1st half to get that lead. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Jaguars! Ito Smith, 94 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Check 31. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check 49. Check 49. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Slam. Slam. Shoot. 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 Sponge. Sponge. Zip it. Yo. Yo. Yo.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Take it at the 37. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. That's complete to Smith. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Trubisky. Caught by Wilson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Albert Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Trubisky now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ito Smith that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Trubisky to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Put your hands on him. Get him. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to go. Go. Banjo. Echo.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5.
Get ready.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check. 52's the mic. Check. Who's the mic? No chance. Kill.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Right here, right here. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Safety's creeping.
They go play action with Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the jump ball. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes back. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
There we go.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Steve, stick.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Bring it. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Come on. Come on.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
On set. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the run. Watch the run. 66. Bullet. Ha. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Kill. 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 Turn up. Kill. 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 Turn up. Quick the edge. Quick the edge. Come back. Right.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 37-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It's our field. Hey, 18. Hey, Alpha.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
19 yards that time for number 19.
First down, Jacksonville.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, this is Smith. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14.
Ravens 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Here is Eckler. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We got it. Show it up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Check.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
It's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, box truck. You got nothing to do.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. The open man is Westbrook. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now Eckler. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Over. No trade. Tighten up. Tighten up. Check 43. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson rolling to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 99. Check 99. He's checking.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Check 180. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Smith. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They go back to the ground with Smith. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, Smith, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them. Need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jags, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.